energy transition, and we hope to be one of those countries that will pilot the same. The ministry is putting in a lot of work to ensure that that in particular is achieved. When I introducing a minerals course, not particularly a minerals course, but there is talk around the corridors to venture in research of different minerals in particular. Just today we had a group of young people, geologists, that are interested in having a laboratory studying gemstones, and they hope to expand it into a section of the school at one of the universities. And I think that's how it moves. That's how it should move. It's hard to generalize studies for all the minerals. One has to specifically specify in one particular mineral and be very exact and good at it. Any plans for the Kadama? Okay. The Kadama are the migrant workers, right? I believe from sharing information here, it would be one of the sectors that would interest them to invest in. But also, their pleas are something that we have always taken into consideration. I've always had their plight. And as a youth representative, we should always, I will always use any avenue to advocate for them in particular. My colleague, the youth member of parliament from Western Uganda, is working on a law of labor externalization that should be able to address most of their concerns that have been raised. Talk Luganda. Use Luganda for Bakadama to understand. Guys, okay, Luganda, some of the words are hard to express in Luganda, but yes, I do speak Luganda actually. Luganda and Wulira. I speak 7 languages across Uganda. I speak Luganda, I speak Lusoga, I speak Lugwere, I speak Ateso, I speak all the Luo languages. So feel free to relate in any of those. Thank you. Free energy generator. Frank Millionaire is requesting for a chance to pitch their free energy generator. Frank Millionaire, please come by office. Let's discuss this in detail. I would love to know. Mineral mining policy that favors local investors. I absolutely agree with you. That is something that we need to strengthen. Policies are already in place, but we can always keep reviewing, updating, and making them better. What happens if I discover a mineral in my land? When you discover a mineral in your land, first of all, chances are, unless away from speculation, unless you are very certain and sure that it is a mineral, that is when we get to involve geologists. They come and carry out a survey. They take samples that go through a process of laboratory confirmations, both here and in Uganda. They extract the components to ascertain the concentration of the mineral and validate it of its existence, and then they can put out a confirmation and we declare the existence of the mineral in an area, in the area. If you need any help, feel free to visit the geology department at the Ministry of Energy. It is at Entebbe, and then you will get all the help that you need. Okay, there are not so many questions that are coming in. Let us take a break of 1 minute and we shall be right back. From the rudimentary methods of using energy and transiting to clean energy like gas. The oil and gas sector basically is highly labor intensive, so it's employing very many young people right from its production to the sales. All that is a chain of young people that are adding value to the sector. The opportunities are enormous. I wouldn't point them one or another. What's the difference? What's the difference between cabinet minister and state minister? The cabinet minister is the senior. The state minister reports under the cabinet minister. How can the youth get connected to the oil sector in order to get jobs? The oil sector is supported by a number of agencies: Petroleum Authority of Uganda, Uganda National Oil Company, and very many other partners from the private sector, very many companies. But in particular, the advocate, the amplifier for the private sector is the Uganda Chamber of Mines and Petroleum. That is the one avenue that you can get all the information you want about the oil sector, the opportunities and the challenges, and all the connections you need to the oil sector. Just contact the Uganda Chamber of Mines and Petroleum. On government side, the recruitment process is always advertised. You apply when you see an advert and you follow the prompts. Somebody has said, can oil help on the price reduction of fuel? Yes, last year in November, Parliament passed the Petroleum Supply Bill that was amended, that is supposed to sort our greatest issue of security and supply. In implementation, now that Uganda is even taking a second route, the Tanzanian route, via Tanga or Dar es Salaam, we should be able to have fuel prices reduced and stabilized in the future. So yes, absolutely. How will you fight those mafias in the ministry? Fight? No, fight is a strong word, but we shall limit them with transparency and integrity. We have no intentions of sugarcoating or hiding any mafias whatsoever. What course would someone specialize in to deal in minerals and energy at the university? It is not one particular course. They are a number of courses. Oil and gas courses. People study oil and gas. People have specialized petroleum studies. People study geology. People study geophysics, geochemistry. There are quite a number of courses. There are engineers that are specified in different fields. The courses are quite many. You should research and find out more about that. How will I benefit? What are the requirements you need to export gold? You need an export license to begin with. Secondly, the gold that you're exporting has to be 99.9% refined, because the president is very strict about Uganda exporting anything below that percentage. When you have an export license and all the necessary documentation, and you are verified and you have paid your taxes with URI, you are good to export gold. How can I sell my gold? There are many mineral markets around the country. Every region has a particular buying point if you want official buying points, but there's also a lot of black market deals which I don't encourage you to venture in, because they have lots of stories and incidences where people have been robbed and duped of their money. So please make sure, if you are venturing in gold and you want to sell, look out for the nearest gold or mineral market near you. We can work on a list and publicize for you the different authentic mineral markets around the country. Why is gold at Kasanda taken by government? Who in government is taking gold at Kasanda? Please give us more information on that. Who is taking gold in Kasanda from government? Is gas also mining? No, gas is not mining. Gas is a byproduct of extracting oil. So instead of having it pollute the environment as fossil fuels, we capture it. Uganda decided to capture the gas so that they can put it to use. So it is not for mining. How best can one invest in minerals? Look out for Uganda's cadastre map. See the mineral potential targets that we have across the country. Choose the mineral of choice that you want to invest in. Contact geologists for advice, and then that is now when you reach out to the ministry in case you are interested in large-scale investment or you are partnering with a particular investor. Then you are good to go. The gold mines at Kasanda are full of soldiers than the local people. I want to believe the soldiers are there for security, because there is a lot of insecurity when people are left out to themselves, especially that they are dealing with gold. The transportation of it, there are thieves who are always following people's backs. So the soldiers are there for a good cause. They are not supposed to intimidate you, and they can't stop you from doing business. Why does government not publicize the mineral map? The mineral map is actually online. It's free information for anyone across the world to access. Just go on Google, check Uganda's cadastre map, and you will have everything that you need to know. Well updated. I have an investor who wants to build a refinery. So how do I get that investor? If the investor is authentic enough, the ministry does a background check on them. For a refinery, they really have to have a good financial muscle of defense that can convince us that they will put up a refinery and be able to export to refine, first of all, the percentage of gold that we require, and also export it. When the ministry does that, then they'll take you through the necessary documentation, and where need be, have it legalized and the refinery is in place. It's that simple. Can 200K start trading in gold? As an artisan miner, maybe yes, but I'm not certain how much gold you would buy with 200,000. That would probably be you helping in the mine itself. Do we really have oil in Uganda? Oba mulimba. Anange bitufu. The oil is there. There is oil. We have projects that are running. Currently, Uganda is running 2 main projects, 2 main wells. That is at Tilenga and Kingfisher. We are required to have a certain number of wells before we can start proper production. So far, the pace is not bad. The oil is there. It is sampled out, and it is sweet oil that is not found across the country, but Uganda is blessed to have it. Sorry, not found across the world, but Uganda is blessed to have it. There's this question that is coming up a lot. People are asking, Ate, you are Nyamutoro. Ate, how do you come from Nebi? Nyamutoro is actually an Alur name. Nyamutoro is an Alur name. I don't think it exists anywhere else, any other part of the country. So Nyamutoro in Alur means a lady or a daughter of joy. Yes, so I am from Nebi. I thought I should clarify that again. Corruption in the ministry is also popping up a lot. The corruption might not necessarily be at the ministry alone. The sector is highly lucrative. As I earlier hinted, this is one of those sectors that can mint money for Uganda. Ministry of Finance has this as the greatest support system they could ever have. This ministry has the ability to change Uganda's economy if well capitalized on. So the corruption is in the entire mineral sector. The entire mineral sector. We have a lot of smuggling as one of the greatest challenges. We have people selling out our minerals at a very low value that is costing the country. And this is being aided by Ugandans themselves, ourselves. Tulikwelya molu kwebana Uganda, tutunda minerals zaffe ku bbeeyi entono, tuzitambuza ne tuziguza abantu ku bbeeyi ya wansi etasaanidde, kiri kukosa revenue yaffe ng'eggwanga. When is our oil refinery being built? The process of building the oil refinery is in place. We are almost there. It is very capital intensive, and Uganda is on the verge of having the money. We have partners already that are willing to do that. The East African crude oil pipeline is almost complete. As I speak now, they are working on the pipes. Yes, they are working on the pipes. They are, I think, finishing. The last time I checked was yesterday. They are finishing the pipes. They are being lubricated because they'll be heated while transporting oil all the time. Which mineral is most extracted in Uganda? As of now, it is the different minerals are categorized like I told you, the metallic minerals and the industrial minerals. As of the industrial minerals, it is graphite. The metallic minerals, it is gold. Ugandans have really ventured in gold. Please come and meet communities around mineral areas and know their challenges. Yes, that is in plan. It is on table. We are going to move around the country meeting these different communities. But we're not just going to end at the communities. We are also going to visit the different mines. Because I'm very interested in meeting these young artisan miners. I want to hear their first-hand experiences. We want to see how best we can organize and streamline them for betterment. To see how best we can have them into organized groups, have them access credit to boost their capital so that they venture in the business lucratively and benefit from it. So yes, thank you for highlighting that. We are going to work on it. What I answered this already. Is the gold we export taxed? Yes, absolutely. Gold is taxed. The current status quo is each kilogram of gold is taxed $200. So whenever you're exporting gold, or you want to, know that per kilogram of gold, refined gold, $999, that is 4 nines, you have to pay $200 per kilo. Yes, I'm still in office. Do you have jobs, please? No, not now. We are not recruiting now. We do not have any vacancies. But in the event that we have vacancies, we shall communicate. The vacancies are publicized in the newspapers, on using all avenues of media, especially mainstream media. You will be able to see when we are recruiting. Is it true that government sells minerals to the Chinese? Absolutely not true. It is not government that sells, but we do have Chinese investors that come and invest in the mineral sector. And investing in the mineral sector means that they will own mines. My main office, where is your main office located? My main office is located at Amber House. Amber House is the official house of the Ministry of Energy and Mineral Development. I also do have an office at Entebbe, which is also the Ministry of Energy and Mineral Development. I actually have 3 offices. I also do have an office at the Directorate of Petroleum, which is also in Entebbe. Any scholarships for petroleum engineers? Currently, no, but I am aware that there will be some scholarships for petroleum studies that will be coming up soon, and when they do, we shall put them out. How will you ensure environmental protection and conservation during extraction? Well, one of the ways we have ensured that as Uganda is by making sure that we do not have release of fossil fuels. I told you, Uganda is very serious about piloting green energy transition. And as a country, we are very particular about that because these adverse effects could greatly affect our population. So when you get time as a citizen, you could always visit these sites and see for yourself. Very stringent on the rules and very particular about environmental conservation and protection. Which days are you at Amber House? I am at Amber House Tuesday, Thursday, and Friday. Yes. Tuesday, Thursday, and Friday, and then Wednesdays I'm in Entebbe. Do you take volunteers in the petroleum industry? Volunteers? No. The petroleum industry is highly technical. You can't volunteer, my dear. unless you are going to volunteer with an expertise. Do you have an expertise? Are you a chemical engineer? Are you a physicist? I would like to know more on that. I'm seeing a lot on this Cassandra issue coming up. I think I need to look into it and find out more information. Different people are mentioning a lot about what is happening in Cassandra. I am going to take out time and visit Cassandra, particularly going to visit Cassandra and get first-hand information on what is happening there. How can we invest in these minerals? Can we visit the ministry to know the types of minerals undiscovered and discovered? Yes, absolutely, you can. Like I told you, we have 57 discovered minerals so far, and the geologists also speculate that if more studies are sponsored, there is actually anticipation of discovery of more minerals, more and more minerals. You don't have power since morning. Energy sector. Banage, you give people power. Petrol station license, what do I need? So currently, petrol stations are currently licensed and run by the ministry. Initially, the ideal situation should be that they should be licensed and run by the Petroleum Authority of Uganda, and I think there is already work in progress to see that there is a shift of petrol station licensing. But if you need more information on this, please feel free to visit the ministry, because currently it is the ministry that is handling the downstream part of that business. Is it possible to visit schools for career guidance? Personally, I do that a lot. Especially when I have some free time off my schedule. I love visiting schools. I love interacting with young people. I love creating impact. I love sharing with young minds, because they are very, very intrinsic. They are very mind-blowing. They're very challenging. They have the best ideas to share. Do you speak Luganda? Yes, Luganda and Wogera. I already told you people banandi. Mwogero Luganda, tewali buzibu. Muwereze messages mu Luganda nja kuzisoma. Now the Alurs also are saying they want to speak to me in Alur. My tribe mates, Utie ni Eddy. Feel free. Kaumituka wechudogalur le mokupe kia message peridogalur abigami. Ati ekae abe nenu uzo abe winju kata baganda bagenda gamba mbatunze. Yeah. Even the Itesots, feel free. Iraijo Itesot be aberejo. Itesots, Yoga swam itesokere. Nyobelai, Ibijaijo. I'm seeing here Opolot, Ibijaijo. Abaganda, feel free okogera mu Luganda, the Alurs, Wechdogalur, le Mokupe. As you speak about fossils, give a few minutes to address renewable energy too. I would love to discuss renewable energy today, but unfortunately this session was particularly for harnessing the youth in the mineral development program. So let us stay focused. I was very particular from the start. I said a lot of emphasis has been put on oil and petroleum, and I am here to ensure that we give the other minerals the relevancy that they deserve, because I feel as a country there is a lot that we have to gain if we fully exploit and utilize these minerals to our beneficiation. Lusoga basoga koideyo mulio mkobo lusoga Lukonzo, you people now, you've now just started making this a battle of tribes. Lukonzo, I only know how to say kuti. I can't say more than that. Does the ministry offer research grants to aid discovery of new minerals? No, the ministry does not offer research grants. What the ministry does is the ministry directly finances its geology department, because it is the one that is first-hand responsible for the new discoveries and filling in the country on how Uganda is to benefit from the different discoveries. Runyankole. Runyankole are here striking. Surprisingly, I don't speak Runyankole. Agandi, I can say that. I don't. Yes. We should embrace geothermal energy. Yes, absolutely. We actually